Alright, so what I'm going to do here is a video tutorial for tying the Psycho Prince Nymph. I've got a size 18 hook. It's got a curve to it, and I have affixed it with a matching nickel bead. I've got a silver unithread, or ultra thread in size 70. I'm going to start out by laying a nice even coat along the entire hook. I want to go down the bend of the hook a little bit to set up the next part. I'm just going to cut that off. Now I'm going to grab my ice stubbing, and I've got ice stub this time in shrimp pink. I'm going to take a single fiber of the ice stub, just one fiber, it's a very small amount, and attach it to my thread. I'm going to slide it all the way down there and wrap it over the bend of that hook, tighten it down with a few wraps of thread. Now I'm going to take some brown goose buyouts and affix those to make a tail. When I choose these, I want to make sure I choose a nice thick buyout, and that'll go for the white buyouts later too. But you want a nice thick buyout coming to an even point. It just looks more natural that way. So now right in front of the dubbing line, I'm going to attach this. And I'm going to move it around and size it up a little bit so it matches the size of the fly. Alrighty, that's right about where I want it, so I'm going to tie that in a little bit and go back and affix my second buyout. You, in theory, could do these at the same time, but I just like to do them separately. I get a little bit more accurate of a size shape that way. Looks a little bit better. That's just me, though. Right, so I'm going to do the same thing here.
Dad not tell you to put away laundry?
No, he didn't. Alright, so now I have my goose buyouts attached, and I'm going to tie in some gold wire. Then I'm going to take some more of that ice stub, roll it onto the thread, and stretch it out real good so it's a thin coating. Alright, now I'm going to take that dubbing, just roll it up the hook. Alright, now I've got, looks like a little bit too much dubbing, but I'm going to make it work. So then you want to secure this dubbing down with a few wraps of thread. I've chosen silver thread because it doesn't show well against this. I want that thread to be nice and natural. So I'm going to take my copper wire and wrap it opposite of the ice stub that I just inserted. up to just past the midway point and tie it off. And then twitch it around a little bit until it breaks. Come on. There we go. Better. Alright, so here I'm going to take some tinsel. I've got one side of it is gold, the other is silver. And I'm going to tie it in silver side up initially, so that when I roll it over the rest of the dubbing, it's going to be gold.
When you come down again, sweetie,
Yeah?
could you please bring the mop and everything?
Yep.
Thank you, and the bathroom looks great.
Okay, thank you. Alright, so now I'm going to tie in that tinsel right like this. Alright, and then again, it's gonna when I fold it over, it's gonna be gold side up. It's a double-sided tinsel, 1/2 gold, 1/2 silver. So that's that. Now I'm gonna take some white goose biots and affix them as wings. Oops, got one too many. Alright, so I'm going to tie those in on the sides so that they're going to fan out. That one doesn't look quite right, so I'm going to redo it. So if you look at the curve of the biot, it's going to curve slightly to one direction, and you want it so that curve is going to curve out and make it look bigger. Keep working with it until it looks perfect, because this is really important. Then adjust the length so it goes right into about where you're tied in your tinsel. Tie in real nice and tight right here. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. There doesn't have to be a whole lot of biot showing, just enough to resemble a wing. Or possibly a leg. Ouch, not one of my better biots. Tie those forward nice and tight and clip off the ends. Alright, now I have two nice wings on both sides. They're actually perfect. I'm going to take another really small amount of ice stub. You're going to want, maybe a 1/4 of an inch of real small fibers after you've twisted them onto your hook. that's too much. You want it to be real nice and thin. There we go. Slide those up, and you're just gonna make that head nice and shiny, and then tie it down again with thread just to secure the dubbing. Fold your tinsel over, gold side up, and that gold side's a big key because it provides contrast. It's cinched down real nice and tight. Now you can take your whip finisher, and I've still got some dubbing left here, so I'm not going to put on any more, but I'm going to slide that right to the top, so that way we just make sure it's nice and dubbed up. And whip finish. You can cut off your tinsel either before or after the whip finish. I like to do it after. Let's see how this guy looks. Not bad. Got an extra loop of tinsel there that I didn't clip off, so I'm just gonna clip that off like that. And there's my fly. I like to fish these Bear Creek, Clear Creek, fish it anywhere. It's an effective pattern. It'll work really, really well for browns. It will work for rainbows, but browns just seem to love this fly more than the rainbows. So comment, let me know what you think. Let me know if you catch fish.